Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're going to be setting up this here Aqamai KPS Wavemaker pump, or KPM, depending on what model you have. By the end of this video, you'll have it unboxed, you'll have all the cords connected, placed in your tank, and then set up with either a preset schedule or a custom schedule. So let's get right into it. In the box, you'll find the KPS Wavemaker pump, the controller, the power supply and power cable, some cable management accessories, and the user manual. You will also need an iOS or Android smart device like a smartphone or a tablet, as well as to download the Aqamai app on said smart device before you continue. So go do that and pause this. All done? Awesome. To get the pump set up and ready to go in your tank, first connect the pump cable to the controller, and then the power cable to the controller, and lastly, the 2-prong cord into the power brick, but don't plug it into the wall just yet. You can also go ahead and install the optional spiraled cable protector right near the pump if you have any critters that are likely to fuss with the cord. And now is the time to figure out where you would like the controller to be. I personally prefer to keep the controller on the outside of the stand or on a controller board. That way they're away from water and humidity. With that said, placing them in the stand is also possible as long as it's far enough away that it's not going to get misted or splashed, and as long as the stand is well ventilated and doesn't build up with humidity. Next, place the magnetic mount in the tank where you'd like the pump to go, and then place the outer magnet against the outside panel to hold that magnetic mount in place. When choosing a spot, try to pick a location that will be across from the main areas of your rockwork and coral where you'd like the flow to be. Then you can get the pump into the tank and place it into the magnetic mount. You don't need to overthink it. The pump can be turned and directed inside of that mount, so you can always aim the pump if the mounting location isn't quite perfect. You can always try different locations once you have the pump running if the location you first picked isn't quite what you were hoping for. Next, plug the power brick into an outlet. Open the Aqamai app on your smart device, and once you've logged into your account, you'll see Research Device. When you click it, it'll open up your Wi-Fi menu, and you'll see the Aqamai_KPS_ with a bunch of letters and numbers. Click on it and enter the password 12345678, which is the default password, so that your phone connects to your pump. Then you can go back to the app and click on Manage, where you'll see your Aqamai KPS or KPM with its original name. To get to know your KP pump and all the different flow settings and how they work, you can click on the demo button in the top right beside the name of the pump. From there, you can click on any of the modes that are listed across the top of the screen and adjust the intensities or frequency to preview it on the pump in real time. Once you've got a feel for the modes and the intensities, click on the arrow in the top left to go back to the Manage menu. Now, Aqamai has a ton of great preset schedules called sets. To choose one, click on the text on the bottom left that says Select Set. Scroll through the various sets until you see one that describes the kind of tank that you're trying to achieve. For example, LPS/soft corals, max 200 liters. You can then click on the little eye icon on the right to see a preview of that set and what modes and intensities it's going to run throughout the day. To go back, click the arrow in the top left. If you're happy with that preset schedule, you can click on it to select it, then confirm that you want to create that set and send it to the pump by clicking OK. You can also create your own custom flow schedule or set by clicking the plus button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. First, come up with a name for your set. Then you can either start from scratch or start with one of the presets we saw earlier. I personally prefer to start from scratch unless I know there's just one or two things I want to change about a particular preset. Now you'll see a blank set of half-hour slots that go over the entire 24-hour day. Click a slot to choose which mode you'd like to run at that time to fill that slot. You can then click the gear icon to customize that mode. So in this case, I'll set night mode to 50% and then click save. You can now see that it is saved to 50%. If you want night mode to run until the lights come on, you can simply drag the arrow on the bottom of that preset down until you reach the time slot that your lights are going to come on. For me, that's around 9 a.m. You can repeat this process over and over with different slots and different modes until you have a complete schedule. Now, if you make a mistake or you want to change a mode at a specific time slot, you can either click the trash can on the right to delete it, or simply click on the slot to swap it out with a different mode. A quick tip, don't forget to also incorporate feed modes to match up with the time your automatic feeders are operating, or for whenever you typically feed your tank by hand. Once you're all finished, click the check mark in the top right-hand corner to save your set. At that time, you can either save it and send it to the pump right away, or save it for use later on if you aren't 100% sure if you're happy with it just yet. Not only is it going to save that set and send it to your pump or just save it for later use, But you can also access that set from any time in the set list where all of your other presets are, which means you can apply it to any new KPS or KPM pumps you add in the future without having to remake it from scratch. And that's it. Your Aqamai pump is now in your tank running either a really great preset or your own custom-made schedule. If this is the first time you're setting up a flow pump in a reef tank and you're not 100% sure, even after this video, how you want to do that, you can go ahead and click right here to check out an awesome 5-minute guide on pumps and flow for your reef tank.